my first video, I talked about why I think pain drives people away from God. I also talked about too many things in which pain enters human life. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about the tragedy of life's meaning. It is not arguable now to say that the proliferation of information is evident. People are reading and others are writing, and humanity has reached a state where one does not know if what he or she is reading is true. I want to agree with Dr. Ravi Zacharias on one specific point. We are living in a time where truth has died. During the 12th and 13th centuries, rationalism became the philosophy of the day. Humans were considered to be thinking beings, but then rationalism made the eruption of many questions about life. Then, due to many questions concerning the view of rationalism, empiricism came into place in around 16th and 17th century. Knowledge was then considered to be driven from one's experience. You could only talk about something as true if you know and have experienced it. After many questions again about empiricism, Immanuel Kant erupted with Kantianism, and humanity became skeptics. Man became a skeptical being who habitually doubts accepted beliefs, or metaphysical or any kinds of moral statements could not be trusted anymore. Humans could not trust moral statements or judgments about the meaning of life. Humanity could only talk about that which could be tested in the laboratory. From Kantianism came the existentialism, which really confused the world up to now, I guess. The existentialists said humanity have to redefine meaning, and that humans have to push themselves and define what meaning is all about. Finally, on these views, postmodernity came and told us that we are able to define our own self. We can explain our own lives. Now, the reality is that in postmodernity, people lost the sense of truth, meaning, and certainty. Yet these three issues form the paradigm of life's meaning. What is truth? What is the meaning of my life? How can I be certain that I am holding the right ramification about my life? We're living in a dangerous time where truth has died. Truth has become that which makes one feel good and not according to the standard of moral living. Meaning is given not because of its moral standard, but because of one's view of life. But what is the meaning of life? Definitions varies. One cannot define life unless he or she poses it to God. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." Genesis 1:26 ESV. But what does this mean? Unless one understands what God means to his or her life, one cannot understand the meaning of his or her life in general. That's period. But let me clarify 2 points here. One, God is a moral deity. He who made humanity is a moral being. He is the God of the knowledge about right and wrong, good and evil. He has demonstrated that the perfect life follows that which is right and not which is wrong. Those who follow the wrong side of life will be called to eternal damnation. And 2, God is the genesis of all life. He is the cause of all things. Everything existed because of that one being whose existence is rationally incomprehensible and irrationally supernatural. He did not come into being because he was not created. He created all things and he gave life to humanity. And so, what does my life mean? The follow-up question will be, what does God say about your life? Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nation. Jeremiah 1:5 ESV. While this is applicable to Jeremiah, the meaning of the passage is universal. You were made to serve the Lord. That's period. That's what you were made for. The meaning of your life is to serve the Lord with honor and respect, praise and worship, love and kindness, and control yourself from evil. No any other human view can define the purpose of life apart from God himself. He is the only one who can truly define your life. Now, the next video, I will be responding to 3 things that happen when one denounces God.